You want me to say it again?
Yes.
Will you leave? Because then I'll say it 10 times.
Yeah.
I told you. Then just pack up.
What are you saying to me?
Because are you even listening?
You just said something really mean.
Oh, yeah, I did.
The man's voice you're hearing on the phone that sounds like a 9-year-old getting his balls squeezed at the doctor during a physical with that helium-high, screaming, screeching voice, that's her husband.
Hello everyone, and today we have a very serious video. We're going over the Amaranth situation. And the intro clip is just a taste of what to come. It does get worse, he does get a little more aggressive. So if this is something you feel you can't handle right now, feel free to click off the video. And just for anyone who's new or is unaware, I am an SA survivor. I've also survived a very toxic relationship, and I did find this to be, for me, very triggering, but I felt it was important to talk about. And I may have cat ears in an avatar online, I am still a person, and so is Amaranth. And I've done a video previously on Amaranth about her very scary stalker situation, and I still stand by everything I said, and I'll play that clip now.
And the reason she was controversial is because her using her body for financial gain, which now is pretty common, and I think it's fine. And in the general sense, I believe it's better for the woman to get the money rather than a corporation or someone else. As long as it's their own choice, I don't have a problem with it.
And now this is where I have a problem with it. And I mean, you're entitled to your opinion of whether this should have been on Twitch in the first place, but in this case, she didn't really have much of a choice. It was for this very type of situation I said, I'm okay with it if it is her choice. Because I, and probably many other people, knew that this was a possibility for anyone, not just Amaranth. And this whole situation is extremely disgusting. And for anyone who blames Amaranth, or somehow going to criticize her for lying about being married and having a husband, that's the least of anything. I mean, you could choose any other time to criticize her, but why right now? And it was before we even knew if she was okay.
I don't remember.
Exactly. See, I said I'm gonna let you say what you think you heard. Then, when you're done, I'm gonna say what I said. I'm not gonna interrupt you, and you're not gonna interrupt me.
You
Now,
just...
let's stop right there. No, stop!
Why did you say you were gonna kill dogs?
You're literally doing the thing that you did this morning, which is you're interrupting what I'm explaining to you.
No, tell me. That's not acceptable.
What do you mean, no? I'm telling you right now. You're interrupting me telling you!
Why did you say you were gonna kill my dogs?
Leave the house.
Okay, I can leave the... you know what? Actually, I shouldn't leave the house because my dogs are here.
We'll take the dogs and leave. I'm telling you. You're asking the question, I'm telling you, and you're interrupting, like telling you. Literally.
What are you saying? You just told me you were gonna kill dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream.
Nope, did not say that. Now you're just being a liar.
I'm not just...
I said I'm going to tell you what I said in terms of the earlier. Because you're still saying that you said. Why are you pausing? You didn't ask a question. You said a statement. Did you say that?
And it's quite obvious this is unacceptable behavior to talk to your partner like this, to demean them, and to basically bully them into submission. And it is later revealed that he completely holds everything over her head. Her finances, her dogs, her horses, anything he can think of he will hold over her head to keep her in her prison. So this man is beyond toxic.
I have the tweet drafted. I'm just gonna send it now.
What are you sending?
The false swatting of your husband and having your assistant do it too.
You literally tried to take my phone. I got scared because you got physical and I called...
Yeah, but I'm just tweeting it now, so...
But so you're lying on my Twitter. That's gonna look real good.
Sure, whatever. I don't care, I'm tweeting it. I'm Amaranth's assistant, or I'm Amaranth's husband, and she is swatting me and calling the cops and calling it a false claim.
I didn't say you. I called the cops because you literally were on top of me trying to take my phones from me. You're literally just lying on my Twitter.
Yeah, I don't care. I built the Twitter.
You used my body to build this empire.
And I'm gonna get your OnlyFans banned too.
I literally know the CEO. I can literally just ask her.
Yeah, so do I. And guess what? I never said
You don't know her. You don't even talk to her. I'm the one who calls her.
That is I'm gonna sue you for every dime.
You lit the whole thing, all those concepts were literally your idea. You can't like act like you didn't.
I didn't sign a waiver.
You don't need to sign the waiver if it was your idea.
Okay, let's see how that holds up legally.
So first he threatened her dogs. Now he's threatening to spread a false story of her swatting him, as well as getting her OnlyFans banned, as well as suing her for everything she has. And on the phone he does sound completely deranged. Maybe he needs to go to the mental hospital. And if I didn't mention earlier, he has all of her financials. He has access to all of her accounts, her OnlyFans, probably her Twitch. Everything that has money, he has double factor to his phone. And if she does anything out of line, in his opinion, he will just start spending money on random things just to waste it as punishment.
Literally, screenshots when we were in the car. He makes me change his name. Sherry's literally my mom's name. It's like, he's like, how the long is that car ride? Stream lag so bad. This is fail, massive fail. A fail. The f are you doing? Get the f out there. And, you know, I mean, the cameraman, we're like, we're in the house now. It's like, the next time when I say plan, do it. Dumb f, do you understand? Like, what plan talking about? It's like, f this, I'm calling you. So I disappeared from stream. Take a call. So I can't, tell them I can't talk right now. We're getting Wi-Fi. I don't care. You get the call now. Last chance. About to dump your luggage. You know, from my hotel room. But throwing your stupid merch off the balcony. Proceeding to ditch your stuff. You don't need the makeup or the live view, like the stream epic, or the clothes, huh? Deleting social media in 1 minute. Buying options that expire and blasting the cash. About to shut down bank account, your bank account too. Lag is terrible. Stream is garbage. It's like, about to delete Twitter in 30 seconds. If you don't call me, your phone's literally off, right? I'm just like, it literally died. Gonna donate $250,000 to Polo Missy. It's like a bird sanctuary he likes. In the next 2 minutes, $250K gone. We'll donate $500K in 3 minutes. If no call in 1 minute, I will absolutely make sure Kyron goes to a meatpacking house. And that's what made me lose it. The most I was threatening to kill the dog today was like the last one, and I could not take it anymore. 20 seconds, time's up, $750K gone. Now we can't do a down payment for a California house. Another $250K in 5 minutes. About to tweet about you swatting me. The thing he said he was lying about, admitted it. And 10 minutes, never talk to my nephews again. Tweeting in 2 minutes, 1 minute gone. Tweeting in 1 minute, $1 million donated to Polo Embassy. LOL, making me reduce it $1. He didn't actually do it, just another $250K in 5 minutes. Don't worry, I unpacked you. I mean, I went back to my hotel and my stuff that was literally like unpacked just to make it inconvenient, so that I had to scramble to the airport.
And this was all because her phone died, and he supposedly spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on other things, and he said he was going to bring her horse to the meatpacking plant because she didn't answer the phone. And the earlier argument on the phone, when she was talking to him on the phone on stream, it was all about she didn't understand something, or she didn't focus on the right thing. Which, why would you focus on anything else but threatening the livelihood of the things you care about, like your animals? And if you don't have pets and you're unaware of the bond you have with them, they are like family members. And if someone was to threaten my animals, I have 2 cats, well, that wouldn't really fly well with me either. And on top of all of that, she showed proof that he has been physically violent. Not directly towards her, but objects around her.
I would lock my door, but he broke that too. So,
Best advice I can give
that was
during
the
my
day
divorce
that
my
he
grandma
fucking
gave.
took
This
the
too
phone
shall
from
pass.
Me, both phones from me. And so I ran in here to call the cops, and he literally kicked the door in and broke it. Like, this doesn't even have a hinge anymore. And then he also, another day, right when the STP came, he was like trying to smash my phone against my computer, try to pull
Probs
monster my
bad
computer,
timing,
and then
but
took
I
the thing.
$1,000.
Took like one of the objects, I think it was this, like one of the chairs or one of the tables, and like hit it against this wall and made this. This was my dog. This was him.
And all of this is abusive. Doesn't matter if he got physical with her, threatening her with violence, even towards other things, threatening her animals is abusive. Controlling all her finances is abusive. threatening to nuke her career if she didn't answer the phone is abusive. And not to mention, he did not let her sleep. Sleep deprivation is obviously abusive. He'd make her work around 18 hours a day. Based upon her analytics, she's streamed 920 hours in the last 3 months. There's 2,000 hours in total in 3 months. Everything about this relationship that we know is abusive. She said that they went to therapy before and he got better, but it's called the cycle of abuse for a reason. It'll get better, then it'll get bad. And for anyone thinking, why didn't she just leave? Well, it's obvious to most people why she couldn't leave. He had all the finances, he threatened to hurt her animals, she felt like she couldn't leave. And that goes for most abusive relationships. You feel like you can't leave. And when it came to my relationship, even when I got out, he wouldn't leave me alone. So even now that things are looking up for her, because I'll show the clips of her last stream, things probably aren't going to be perfect for a while, because if he's anything like my ex, he's not going to give up. He's going to go to therapy, think he's better, and demand her back. At least that's what I believe will happen, based upon the type of guy he seems to be.
Thank you though, everyone who's been like super kind and supportive lately. Over the past few days, I've had lots of people reach out to show concern. That means a lot. I didn't think that many people would give it, to be honest. It's kind of crazy. I've had a lot of friends and family reach out. And other creators, even people who don't like me. Like even haters are like, damn, I hate Amaranth, but you know what? I hope she's okay. As you can see, doggos are safe. The big one is outside in case crazy people show up. Like as for the husband situation, I guess, as some of you probably saw the other night, he called me during stream and I disappeared for like 2 hours. And then I finally like unmuted about an hour and a half into the call, I guess. I apologize if that was hard to watch for people. I didn't really know what else to do because he was threatening to tweet, right? So he was gonna tweet lies. I wanted to beat him to the punch.
I am proud of Amaranth. Later in the stream, she mentions that some family reached out and said they were proud of her. Well, I'm proud of her too. This isn't easy to go through, and this isn't easy to do. The only reason she was able to get free is because she snapped on stream and she unmuted. Because she tried to get evidence before. He would just take it away. He refused to listen. He would destroy any evidence she could ever have.
That was actually the first time that he's ever heard himself on a recording, because as I told you guys before, previously when I recorded him, he would just like refuse to listen to recordings. Sometimes with like take phones, etc., so he would never actually hear them. And I think that when he heard himself on that call, it really sunk in how much of an asshole he is. So as of today though, I have access to all of my accounts and finances again. He's not here, he's getting help. And I'm seeking legal and emotional counsel.
As she should. She needs to get a divorce. And she's been through a very traumatic experience. No matter what you think of her personally, she deserves better. She deserved better than this. No one deserves to be abused.
Someone in the chat was asking about the cameraman in the pictures from today. Yeah, that was me that said stop it. Because he's just, I feel like he's just out of line right now. After the way he acted at the convention. So he has known me longer than anyone on my staff, so I don't like that he's labeling other people as enablers. Because he's known about this situation for so long. It just feels really, really weird. Really sus. So it's kind of weird what he's doing now. Sunday night after TwitchCon, I felt uncomfortable with like how much he was, what's a good word for it? Escalating matters, because it was very tense, as you saw from the text messages, partly because of the miscommunications. He called security to resolve the situation forcibly and aggravated it further when he called police, even though I said I didn't want to do that. After the police call, he actually quickly left to catch the original flight. So we were all on the same flight, and it was the altercation was really close to the flight time, so he left me alone with my partner to rebook our flight, which I felt was kind of shitty. He's pretended to be a conduit of information about my welfare, like on Twitter, badgering other staff to give him information to tweet about.
And I know who she's talking about. She's talking about Mars on Twitter. He's also the person I was looking to for answers when she was radio silent, because no one knew if she was okay. We were just taking, words from people that she was okay based upon this or that. And the tweet that said "stop it," I was convinced, and many others were convinced, that was still her husband on her account, because of how odd it seemed, because she said "stop it" to one of Mars' tweets. And there was already a few other things that seemed really weird. How she just tweeted that someone called the cops, be back later. Or the stream that was supposed to start before, then the text on the screen said the cops came, and then the stream ended. Because I couldn't see her face, at least for me personally, I wasn't sure if she was really okay, because it could still have been her husband messing with things. I mean, you never know, he could have been doing some kind of weird damage control. And the very end of the first VOD, I thought it was interesting that one of her assistants walked in and asked if she took her meds, and she said, "Why would you ask that?" So I figured maybe it was this continued damage control or something.
What are you talking about? Why would you ask if I'm taking my...
But to end off that segment, I am very glad that she is free. It's probably going to be a very long time before she was fully free of him because of divorce and other things, and him possibly not giving up on her. I wish her the best, and this is a new chapter in her life. Now I want to kind of talk about Keemstar's take, because it was pretty much the most trash take I've seen. Clearly, husband is a b****. She showed the text, but Amaranth herself has scammed so many guys online claiming she was single for years. These Twitch streamers don't care about their viewers. They all just use you and your low IQs to fill their pockets. Also, Amaranth, for years got praise for being a genius businesswoman. Based on this new information, the hidden husband behind the scenes was the one making all the business moves, so she's abused. She's taken advantage of. She has no financial freedom. She has no freedom in general. He's very focused on, the poor, lonely men who gave her money for all these years.
Know your place, trash.
I'm sorry, but if that is the most you're upset about, if that's your main thing you're upset about here in this situation, you need to log off the internet, because you don't understand human decency. Just because you pay someone, like a streamer, it is your choice, for one. For two, they don't owe you anything because you paid them. That's when it's really weird and parasocial. And it's takes like this is why I don't really like Keemstar, because he always has the most trash takes when it comes to this. But that's all I'll say on that. But if you or someone you care about is in a relationship like this, reach out to someone. These relationships are not easy to get out of. And like I said with mine, I left and he did not leave me alone. It was months of feeling unsafe. And this was during my high school days, so I'd have to see him every single day. He would still try to talk to me when I made it clear I didn't want anything to do with him. He would call me, text me, and things got a little bit worse when I did get with my current fiance. He would try to pick fights with him, and he would try to pick fights with my female friends. So I did not feel very safe for quite a while. It wasn't until he had to leave the school because he was kicked out due to threats. The threats being a hit list. But I was always worried he was not finished for many years. And I wish the best to anyone who's been through something like that and who has gotten out. I wish the best for Amaranth and that she can close the book on this chapter of her life and move on. But that's the end of the video. Everyone stay safe out there, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!